Hey guys, Sinju here, back from the dead. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while, but I've had some complications with my health lately, which kinda sucks. But thank you to all of you that stuck around with me, and hello to all the new subs, and thank you for all the well wishes. So in today's video, I guess I got something nice. You probably saw it in the title already. I got this from someone pretty close to me, and it is pretty awesome. Whatcha? There it is. My first Standart, and also one of, I think these are one of the special ones, I believe. I'm not really sure. Yep. So here it is. Here's the Gundam Standart XS Gundam. And it comes in a cardboard box like this. And on the inside, there's another box. And I'll just show that. Bam. Movie magic. Alright, there it is. Out of the cardboard box. And here's the another box. There's a lot of boxes with this thing. So, as you can see, a nice little, is it pixelated? There's little dots everywhere, forming the whole picture, which is pretty cool. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you kind of see that. Look at that. Which is pretty neat. And just take a look around the box before I show everything off. And here's the back. And shows you 3 ways, I think, of posing this guy. No. Yeah? Yeah. So, you can have it, you have the gun held in front of him, to his side, and just like that, I guess. I don't know. Haven't gotten into this yet, so you guys will experience it with me. Haha. Alright, and I will get this open, and we'll see what's inside. Okay, so straight out of the box, it's gonna come out like this. I think it's gonna be 2 or 3 separate trays. Which you can see, it's all separated. And here is the figure itself. And you also get the infamous gum candy. And you also get little manual, I suppose. Okay. Alright, so I got everything out of its plastic prison. And you're gonna have 2 trays of stuff. Here's the main body with the gun and the backpack and everything. And here's the other tray with the stand and more additional parts. I think extra hands and whatnot. And let's just get into this. Here's the Standart itself, which could stand on its own, is a plus. Still a bit top heavy, because if you just touch it a little, it might fall. But it stands on its own, so it's pretty nice. Can't say that about a lot of actual kits. But this is a Standart. Oh, play on words, eh? Okay, let's throw some accessories on it. Here's the stand, quote unquote, the weapons rack. And you get almost everything on this guy. And there's a middle peg for the actual Standart, the XS Gundam. There is also a spot for the gun, but you'll have to replace one of these. I think these are fuel pods, these blue guys right there. So you have to take one of these guys out, and you have to plug this in, so he can have his gun to the side. So that just sits there. You also have these guys, which are part of the Excess Gundam's body, so it doesn't go on the rack. And let's just take a nice little look around. It's a clear black stand, which is pretty neat. And just to mention, it took me forever to get these small little pieces out. It's in one of those like form-shaped plastic, trays where everything just fits in perfectly. If you pop out one of them, you're gonna think everything's gonna pop out. It's gonna be all in every single corner of your room. Yep. And I forgot to mention, you also get 2 extra hands, which are, I think, yeah, dynamic posing hands, just open-handed. And there it is. So, all these pieces of the Standart itself are made of this plastic that's kind of like the Converge, especially the gun. If you can see, mine is a bit warped. I guess with a little warm water, I guess I could fix that. See, it warps back. Okay, so let's just throw some of these guys onto the actual Standart itself. One more thing, and there's also 2 more of these guys. So this one is just to stand the Excess Gundam up without the whole weapons rack thing. And this one, if I remember correctly, is for the gun. Yeah, so this guy's for the gun. And it pegs into where the, I think this is like a crotch piece. So that's where that plugs in. Alright, here he is, all decked out. Minus the gun, requires the stand. So, there's that. And, I'm not really sure what these pieces are for. I'm not really used to the Excess Gundam. I think, if I'm looking at the manual of the pictures correctly, it is when it's on its stand, and all the pieces are basically hovering around him in a way. I guess I'm not really sure what it is, to be honest with you. I don't know. But yeah, there's that. So I'll get into that later. And here he is. Everything fits in pretty nicely, and with all this soft plastic, it tends to fight you a little. But when you get it in, it stays on, especially like these 2. They're perfect. But there are some pieces that are not so great, especially this front piece. Yeah, it doesn't really like go in all the way because there's a peg in there and this just doesn't sit in right. And with these knee pieces, oh, these knee pieces, watch, watcha. They're not even held in. Gravity does the work. Yep, so there's that. Look at that, that just comes right off. I don't know. Well, this is like a statue in a way, I guess. So I mean, you're not gonna be moving it around, and gravity should do its work. Lazy gravity. Alright, and here he is. Let's check out the back. Woo. So yeah, it still stands kinda if you lean it forward a little bit, just like a lot of kits. And there's all the stuff in the back. And there you go. Really heavy, really loose, everything falling apart. As you can see right there, there's one of the thrusters, pretty heavy. They don't like to stay on too much, but I think you use the stand a little bit more. So it still stands quite nice. And before I forget the articulation of this guy, he has a little bit. So with accessories on, his head moves a little bit. There's a collar, so it just moves a little. The arms are on like a joint, and just goes forward, goes back, but it doesn't go. Well, it goes in and out a little bit, or to itself a little bit. And for the legs, they has a piece here that's loose, and the leg, it goes in. I don't know why it goes in a lot. Comes out a little bit, goes back, and goes forward. So it has a little bit on the body. What else? For the backpack thruster dealio, you got movement with this guy. And for the thrusters, they have these little, I think they're cannons, and these can move since they're on a straight peg. Yep, I think that is it for articulation. Yep, no waist articulation, no anything. Let me check the legs. Nope, no legs. Okay, that's it. I'm just making sure. This is my first after all, so I'm kind of new to this as well. And what else can I say? Yep, and let's just take a look at all like the nice little decals on it. It's pretty neat. Paint job on this guy, pretty similar to like a Converge. Like, it's not sloppy or anything, and everything's all on matte. Even all the metallic pieces, all on matte. But the coloring is really nice, really vivid. I quite like it. And let me just grab some things for comparisons. We'll just leave this guy out. Give me one sec. Okay, so while I have him standing, here's this guy next to a Converge kit. EXIA. Pretty tall. And here he is next to an SD. Let's see if I can get him in frame. Well, I'll put him in front. Here you go. So, he's taller than an SD. I don't have high grade around me. So, this guy's a little shorter than a high grade. Well, there it is. There's the comparisons. And give me one moment and we'll get to the form or whatever I see here on the manual. Right there. I'll put it all together. One second. And here we have everything all on the stand, which is pretty neat. And correction, you can have the gun and also these fuel tank dealios together on the stand. So this one goes on to a little like peg that was on the stand, and this one goes on to the side, which is pretty neat. And I am thinking, I didn't look this up or anything, but I'm thinking these open ones are just basically when everything's like popping onto him or popping off of him, or I don't know what. I'm just making stuff up. But yeah, this is pretty awesome. And let's just grab a little look. So everything goes on really nicely on him. I like all the gunmetal on the thrusters. If this had a LED to it, oh, I would be in love. Yep. So here he is. Pretty nice for a Standart. So my final verdict on Standart, I'm not really sure if I'm going to get any more because this was actually a gift. But if I had the money, I would get more. Because these guys are awesome. Really good paint jobs. The pieces fit all together. And this guy's just one big beast of a nice little kit. Right there. So, here you have it. This is the Fusion Works Gundam Standart Exodus Gundam. See ya.